Hi guys, I'm here for what will probably be my final interview. I'm joined by our very best Zach. How you doing?
Hello. Yeah. As I hope you know, I'm Zach. I guess I'll just introduce myself. I'm currently ranked top two in Australia. I recently won Fed in 2025, and yeah, that's about it. I
Yep,
play Pac-Man.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. That's good. Yeah, I didn't even need to ask you like what your latest result was. You just told me, so that's good to hear. Um, all right, so yeah, again, I'll start off with what I asked the other three people that I've interviewed already. So how long you been playing Smash for? And something interesting. The first guest here, and probably one of the only few people in Australia. Like you were born after Brawl came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, did you play Brawl at all? Did you own a
No.
Wii or so you didn't?
I had a Wii.
Okay.
I don't remember what I know I played Wii Sports and my sister played Just Dance, but
Yep.
I don't think I actually played that much on my Wii. I just played Wii Sports mostly. That game was peak.
Yeah.
But I never ever played Brawl. I started with Smash 3DS.
Yep.
I played Pikachu versus level 3 CPUs on Mushroomy Kingdom,
Yep.
and I
Yep.
just mashed Thunder. I was the GOAT.
So you must have been like how old when you had a 3DS and then how old and then Smash 4?
I would have been like maybe 7, 8?
7? Okay, okay. So a bit after the game
I'm
came
not
out.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, okay, yeah. I mean that's pretty classic. Like I don't know if I've said this in any of my interviews, but I grew up with Melee, and my weird thing, I
I,
like how you said your weird thing. You'd play Pikachu, Mash Thunder, at level 3 CPUs. My thing this is so weird. So obviously I picked Temple because Temple's the goat. I play in Temple basically all the time, and even as a kid, I knew who the top tiers were. I'd main Captain Falcon and Fox, and I'd select 3 CPUs and would play 29 stocks. All items and shit.
29.
29 stocks. Yes, everyone has to have
That's
29.
so
Exactly, it
specific.
has to be 29 stocks. And then I know that's like my afternoon. I'll just play a couple matches of those. Um,
You know, yeah, can't complain.
yeah. Yeah. So you played a bit of 3DS. I mean, did you play like like online on that at all, or like
I don't think so.
yeah,
Not that I can remember at all. I didn't play that much. Like when I did it was, as I said, like Pikachu and stuff, but I didn't play very much at all.
yeah,
Ultimately, Pokemon.
yeah? I'm assuming you didn't own a Wii U or have the Wii U
No, I
version.
never got a Wii U.
Yeah. Okay. No, fair enough. No one did really. So I'm assuming then like I mean, we come to the Switch, and do you get Ultimate close to launch or?
I don't know. I got it for Christmas, so I think it would be. Unless it was 1 year after it came out. It was either
Yes.
like the Christmas as it came out or 1 year
Did you
after.
get it in 2018 or 19? Do you remember?
I could not tell you.
Okay.
I think it might be 2019. But
Okay.
I got the Switch on release day on accident.
Okay. Okay.
I went to go buy something else and the Switch had coincidentally come out that day, so I was like, yeah, sure, I might as well just get that.
Okay. Yeah. No. Fair enough. Yeah. If it was 2019, it was a year after it came out, December 2018. Um.
Yeah.
So. And like. What did you start doing when you got that game? Like. You know. Was it just play casually? Did you play like family, friends, or were you like? Is it online time? Like, were you looking forward to playing against other people?
Um so well when I first got the game, I just played with like my friends who were over at the time. I remember we thought Mewtwo was the best character in the game, Rob was the worst, and then I proceeded to get farmed by Jimmy for like 13 sets in a row, so Rob was
Yep.
not the worst, believe me. But after that, I played Piranha Plant
Okay.
on Vine, and then it's really funny. I don't, not many people know this, I don't think, but I competed in Amiibo tournaments before offline, which is really funny.
Amiibo tournaments. Tell me about that.
Yeah. What is there to say? I won my first ever tournament I entered, uh, and then never won again. It was really funny. I had the best Joker Amiibo in the world. That was,
All right.
yeah.
How's that measured? Wait.
I don't know. It was a pretty small community,
Okay.
and I don't know. No one else used it, so I had the best one, I guess.
All right.
But that was funny. And then after that, I don't know how I got into like normal Smash. I think hmm. Oh, I got in through Nichiren.
Okay.
Because I was in Little Z's Discord server, and Nichiren got me into his Wi-Fi crew.
Yep.
I don't remember what it was called. It's called Oh no, it was called Eclipse. We made it together,
Eclipse.
and
Okay.
then that's how I got into the Smash scene. Yeah.
Do you want to? mention a few members in this Eclipse clan? I suppose that's what you call it.
Um, Me, Nichiren.
Yep.
Hmm. I don't know if Scobo was in it. Was he? I remember Leo at MCI was in it.
Okay.
Um, hmm. Who else? I'm just trying to think. There was a cloud player. I don't remember who. It wasn't Milk Meme. I remember I lost to Milk Meme in one of the crew battles and got really salty at it.
Yep.
We had a different one. It wasn't Big 15 either. Hmm. I couldn't tell you, but
Yeah. Okay. That's right.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't heard that. Yeah. Jimmy didn't mention that in the interview. So.
I don't think Jimmy wasn't in that. He joined through AOT, I think.
Yep. Yep.
Well, I got in through that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And then so I'm assuming you played a bit of Wi-Fi probably during this time, especially this is COVID, right?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
like you mainly were just grinding Wi-Fi tournaments at this point, or just practice, just some friendlies, and like
Yeah.
what was the main thing like?
Um, I started entering Wi-Fi tourneys around 2020. I don't know if it was 2020 2021.
Yeah, it's a bit of a
Or no, my
blur during
first.
COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It was during year seven, so I guess it would be 2021.
Okay.
I made Lucas
All
for
right.
like my first two Wi-Fi tourneys, and then I swapped to Pacman.
Yep.
It was mostly back then. It was mostly just friendlies, and then I moved into Wi-Fi eventually, or like competing
Yep. Yep.
eventually. I got ranked 39th on the first Wi-Fi showcase,
Oh yeah. Yeah. I
which
remember
is pretty
those.
good.
Yep.
Yeah, I was one above Nitron, so I'm very happy with that.
Damn.
That's your shout out, Nitron, because he has DM'd me before this started asking for a shout out.
Yep. Damn. Already this early. How good.
Yeah.
Um. Okay, yeah, and I mean, like, did you have like any success? Like, I mean, you said you got 39th, but do you remember beating anyone notable like at this time? Like,
Um, I used to be like Alistair ZSS.
all
I
right,
remember that.
yep,
I got turbo farmed by Wash. I was like 0 and 11 on him.
okay, yes,
Um, who else competed? I beat Milk Meme, I know, like once. That
mm-hmm.
was cool. I'm just trying to think who was actually around then. Hmm. I got a win on. Actually, I don't know if I can say they played Mega Man.
All right, yeah, we know,
That was yeah,
yep,
that
we
was one of
know,
my best wins.
yep, yep,
I
that's a,
remember that,
yep,
but that's about it.
yep, okay, and. Like I suppose, like you probably knew, like entering these Wi-Fi tournaments, some of these people that went to these competed in these tournaments, went to offline
Hmm.
tournaments. Like, but I'm assuming that during this time, like, well, there were probably no tournaments, right, because of COVID. So was it
Yeah.
something that that you wanted to go to these in-person tournaments during this time, but well, obviously you couldn't, or were you just wanted to keep playing Wi-Fi to just like build up confidence and build up skill, I suppose.
I hadn't really thought about going offline yet because I neglected to mention I was 12 entering these Wi-Fi tourneys, so I wasn't even supposed to be there.
Yes,
So I
yes.
was like, if I go to an offline tourney, I'm gonna get banned or something. I don't know. So yeah, it just never crossed my mind until I imagine Jimmy probably mentioned how we both went to the same first
Yes.
tournament.
Yep.
Yeah, that was like, oh, I'm just gonna lie about my age. So I made
Yes.
like a whole new Start GG account with a like saying I was 13 years old, like born 1 year earlier
Yep.
than later than no earlier than I was. Because my old account had me born in like 1975, and I was thinking like, oh, they're gonna see that and catch me out. Yeah, no, but I remember because it was COVID times, I had to show like my COVID vaccination thing,
Certificate. Yep.
and it had my date, like my birthday on it.
Yep.
So I like show my phone, and I just put my finger like just around the date thing. It was
Okay.
so, like, and I was freaking the fuck out. It was so funny,
Yeah.
but I got in, and yeah,
Yeah, that's funny you
that's
mentioned that
about
because
all.
I actually I mean that was like next on my notes actually. It's like why did you lie about your age? You thought that you had to be like a certain age, or do you feel like people
Yeah,
judge you because you're 12 or were you 11? Like
12. Yeah,
12. You're 12 when you started, which is I mean that is very young, which is very rare for.
yeah.
I don't even know if people like Didi or Seb were entered when they were like 12 years old. They're probably even a little
I
bit
don't
older
know.
than that. Like
Oh,
yeah, Scobo would
yeah.
have been a
I'm
bit
not
older than that
sure.
as well. Scobo's a year older than you, right? Or what, 2 years older?
2 years.
Yes, okay, he's
Why is
14.
that's annoying?
Uh,
Uh, yeah.
yeah,
But I first started like, oh, I was freaking about my age and lying about it because Discord had like the 13 plus,
oh
so I
yeah,
thought
yeah,
that would apply to offline tournaments as well. and same with like Twitter.
Yeah,
So I just never really crossed my mind that like being offline would be different. But like sometimes as kids at events now, like I don't know any of their names, but there's been like a few
yeah,
who've come to some events.
yeah. There's been a few that's come to majors and they're fans of you
Yeah.
actually. All right. Uh, okay. I suppose before we start talking about your first couple of tournaments, I'll bring this one up early, even though technically
Okay.
this change happened later. But why did you drop the tag Cookiezac? You know, why was your tag
Oh,
Cookiezac? You know, I love Cookiezac.
I know if
Yeah,
people think it's good.
yeah.
Well, I don't know if they think it's good, but or funny, probably both.
Yeah.
But so I originally got the tag because one of my school friends in year 6, well, we all played Fortnite back then.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Love that.
and my friend's name was Cookie, and then his address, like his just his home address. And
Okay.
I was like, that's a cool idea, but I don't want to put in my home address, so I just made Cookiezac. Um, and then we were trying to make that whole thing in our friend group, and no one followed through but me, which was funny. But
Okay.
and then after that, I don't know. I always had like I never really liked the tag once I got into the scene,
Okay.
but I couldn't come up with a better one. Like I had some ideas, they all sucked. And I was like, I don't know, there's just no reason to have a tag, I felt like, because
Okay.
I'd rather just be called by my name at events anyway.
Yep.
Which I feel like most people like follow the sentiment. Like even though they have a tag, they might as well just be they'd rather just be called by their name.
Yep.
So I feel like having my tag as my name just makes that more simple.
Okay, no, that's fine. Like, yeah, I mean, like I said, I people did think it was cute, but like, I mean, that's completely fine. All
Yeah.
right, so okay, we'll start telling about your first offline tournament. Do you remember what this tournament was? I mean, you
It
probably
was
do. Yep.
Temple 6 or 8,
Yeah, I don't remember the
I think.
number. I actually haven't wrote the number here, but yeah, it was
I
a
can't remember.
temple. Yep.
6, yeah,
Yep.
I've got my album monitor.
I suppose yeah. Suppose you just found out about this via probably Vitcord or something, and then like, or did
Yeah.
you find out that did like Scobo try like tell you
Yeah, I
about it
think
or
I found
something?
out through Jimmy
Yep.
being like, oh, I'm gonna go. So I was like, I'll try go as well.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I don't think I was even in Vic at the time.
Okay. Yep. And this is like, I'm assuming this tournament also it's kind of close to you as well, like you know where you live.
Um,
If
I'm in a very good
close.
location. I'm
Yeah.
like 15 minutes away from everything by drive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
Pascal South to North Melbourne's not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I mean that's a good thing. It's been relatively close, and suppose yeah. What did you think? Like your first tournament? I mean, you don't do super spectacular, but like I mean, it's first tournament. It's whatever, like right, like but you know, you lose to two like very good players, so like
Yeah, I
your
lost to
loss are
people.
fun.
Yeah, I lost to like people who are PR or close to PR nowadays. So it's like fine.
Yeah,
And even back then, was Dura would have been PR back then, right?
I mean, yeah,
Like,
yep.
yeah. It
I
was
mean,
his
you.
Sora though, because Sora had just come out, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
So
okay,
I
so
lost
like sorry,
to
yeah,
like week 1 or 2 or whatever Sora.
yep,
And then I didn't think I was gonna get a win, so I was happy with getting a win on Hazaka.
yes.
It was funny. We had what's it called, TSG last week, and Hazaka was like, we've like never played in bracket before, and I'm like, oh nah, you were my first ever set win. So
Wait, so you
yeah.
haven't played him since then? That like,
I think I have,
okay, he
but
just doesn't remember.
maybe not. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, that's pretty funny. And actually, quick note aside, just for my thing, like, I remember playing me personally. I remember playing you in a friendly setup, at a temple, but I'm not sure if it was this tournament. I remember. I don't know if you remember. Did you join a rotation with me, Zab and I, at this?
Maybe. I know what my first ever rotation was.
Okay, what was it?
My first rotation was with Deku Meister and Danklin.
Okay.
And being from Wi-Fi, I said GG's after every single game,
Yep.
which was really cringe looking back. But and when I joined like Vic Cord or whatever, they were talking about how I said that, and I like died inside. But I don't remember playing with you two. Was there like something specific that happened?
No, yeah, I just no, it might have been a later temple because I know Zach. I mean, so Zav pointed out, oh, you're Cookiezac. You know, like he knew who you were. So I'm not sure if he knew you from Wi-Fi or if he knew you from a previous tournament. But I just remember that you're playing a friendly, like a rotation of us, and then you just leave. Like you just leave to go play with other people. I'm like, oh, all right then. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know.
I mean, fair enough.
Like
Like,
I just moved to a different
yeah, I mean, you
setup.
just move to a different setup. You just, yeah,
Yeah,
you go,
that's really random.
yeah. I'm like, all right, we're basically two like, pretty good players, and you just decide to leave. Okay, well, I see how it is. Um,
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's the different culture back
yeah,
then.
but okay, yeah. So you do right this tournament, first one. And then the next tournament you go to is pretty funny. Okay, so like, it's a Super Sunshine Smash Six.
Oh
You do
yeah.
drown this tournament, but you do get something pretty hilarious. You
Yeah,
beat
I know what you're
Shen
talking about.
in your first match, and Shen is still a pretty good player at this point. I believe he PR'd this year, but
I think he
obviously,
was.
but yeah, obviously this is kind of the debut of his Kazuya.
Yeah.
It's like still very raw, and he had no answers to deal with. It's a trampoline, I believe, right?
Trampoline, yeah.
Okay, so like, I
I know
mean,
some
do you remember how
boy
this?
talked about this.
Yeah, do you remember how this set went? Like, like
Yeah. Like even though Kazuya was still relatively new, I
yeah,
guess.
it'd have what, maybe 2 months or something at this point.
Yeah. I like it was still known that FD was like far and away his best stage, I know.
Yeah,
But I just like still took him there because I was like I had an idea and I just followed through on it. I just pressed trampoline at all times.
yep,
And because he didn't have the platforms to get around it or anything.
yep.
Um so I just won. It was really he had no counterplay. Now when I play Hulk on Wi-Fi, I try to do the same thing
Yeah.
and it does not work. I'll say that much.
Okay,
But
no, I was gonna ask actually, like, yeah, what I mean, what are you supposed to actually do, like,
um
as the
kill
Kazuya?
me. Kill me when you hit me. That's
Okay,
like, and as Kazuya's gotten more and more advanced, that becomes more and more easy.
okay,
So whenever that happens, I just die.
yeah, all right.
Not fun.
So but the trampoline is still like a hard part to deal with.
Yeah, it's still hard. I still do it a lot when I play him,
Yep,
but I can't just like run away and press trampoline repeatedly.
yep,
But back then, because Kazuya's advantage state wasn't like big at all,
yes,
like it just worked. It was too easy.
okay. And I believe you lose 2 matches straight after this, right?
Yeah,
Yep,
I get five stocked by Ignis,
Yep.
and then lose to I think his name's Arnie.
Oh
He's a
yeah, Arnie.
cloud.
Yep.
I think he's in like the Vichub Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Old school name. And then, I mean, I don't have the data, but I do remember you also play Shen again in Amis, and I'm assuming
Yeah.
you just run the same strategy back.
No, he goes Terry,
He
and I
goes
just beat
Terry.
him.
Oh, and you still
Yeah,
beat him in Terry. That's great.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's
And I didn't know who Shen was at all, by the way. So like people were freaking out, and I'm just like, oh, that's a good player.
Oh yeah, he's like a top 15
Yeah,
player. Yeah. Even still at this point, probably not on Kazuya, but like, yeah, I think
yeah, especially with his Terry.
yeah, exactly. Because the latest that was when that that Friday Night Funkin' PR came out, and like,
Yeah.
he's a PR player. So your second ever win was a PR win, essentially, after
Yeah,
Hazaka,
true.
which is kind of
Oh,
funny.
I think it's my third. I think I beat someone round one before Shen, but I don't
Oh,
remember
okay,
too well.
okay, yeah, that's yeah. Um, but okay, yeah, that was your second tournament, second, the Super Sunshine, the monthly. Uh, but I think you're like pretty good start is like your third tournament because you get top eight at an EBS,
Yeah,
um, and you get some like good wins. You get like basically three like showcase wins, and you lose to
yeah.
like a basically who would become a PR player pretty shortly,
Was
soon.
it Zav?
Yes, you end up double losing to Zav actually.
No, I'm pretty sure I lost to Milkman round one of that tournament
Maybe you're
because I
right.
remember I
So
came I came 5 minutes late, and because I was friends with Darcy at the time,
yeah,
he was like, "Yeah, whatever, I'll take my time,"
okay. Oh, maybe
and
I got
then
it wrong,
I
but
get
yeah,
there and just own
yeah,
me.
you do lose. Okay, yeah, that's no, you're right actually. So
Ah, okay.
um, but yeah, do you remember remember at this tournament? Like, were you stoked about the run a bit? Beating,
Yeah.
especially like, yeah, you lost to Easy Cole 2 tournaments ago. Now you've got the upper hand on him, and then like, yeah, you beat One for All, still a very solid player, and then you also beat Vine Green. The supposed,
Oh, that's this tournament.
yeah,
Okay.
the supposed. We'll talk about it later, but the best Pac-Man in Victoria. Like, do you remember anything about these sets against these players?
I didn't remember. I remember beating Dan.
Yeah,
But I didn't remember my other two wins. But Vine Great mentioning Vine Great brings it back.
yeah,
Yeah. So I get owned by Darcy round one after coming like 5 minutes late
yeah,
because it was my first ABS and I had no idea what I was doing. But after that I had Dan and I had two plus twos into him, so I just own him. But like I wasn't aware that Marth versus Pac-Man was that bad. So I was like very happy with it. I didn't like pop off or anything. I basically never do. But um yeah, I was like pretty happy with that. I'm pretty sure I was like very much celebrating over Discord, but
Yep.
yeah. Then I had Vinegrain, right? Or was that do I have
I think
Isaiah first?
you beat Easy Call I think before One for All.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything about that set honestly, but I did have a very good record into Easy Call at like some point. Like there was a time where I had 4 or 5 straight sets wins on him
Yep.
without dropping any games.
Yep.
So that went pretty well.
Yep.
And then I do remember the Vine Grin set. People were freaking out over that.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, it
Was
was
this
so
one
boring.
streamed
Like,
or?
no, the one I lost was on stream by the time I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
better
I
than
remember that
him.
one. Yeah. We'll talk about that one later. But well, yeah. The Wait, yeah. You said people were freaking out. What like? Were people? Did you notice people were watching or
Yeah,
like?
there was like I don't know if it was a slight or big crowd, but there
Yep.
was like people watching.
Yep.
I think it's Zav said something in the back, or maybe Connor, about like me being a freak, and that was funny. Um, it was very boring. The Pac-Man Ditto
Yep.
always is. Like I had to play Terrarian, and that's the only time I've ever gone to time in the Ditto.
Yep.
Like or like gone to time at all was in the Ditto. Just Hydron on Hydron. I don't remember any like specific interaction that happened in it, but I remember it was close. It was it game 3? No, game 5. It was
Yeah.
game
It's game
five.
five. Yep.
Um, and then I think I went with down smash, which I basically never kill with. And yeah, I was very happy with that. People were kind of freaking out.
Yep.
And I remember Vine Green was salty. It was like the worst Pac-Man always wins the Ditto. Um,
Classic. Classic.
but I guess that came back to bite him because once I became better than him, he beat me.
Yeah.
So I guess the worst Pac-Man does win the
It's so true. Yeah, okay. That's pretty good. Like, yeah, and then you go to like one more event in 2021. You don't do spectacularly at that event, but yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you get four events in 2021. Um, and just a question, yeah, because at this point you are still so young. Um, but like you do go to quite a bit of locals in 2022. Once 2022 starts rolling around, you still go to quite a bit a lot, you know. So like I mean, yeah, like I suppose like your parents are like kind of cool. Like you went to temples and EBSs and sunshines and rambats. They're all like cool for just like going after school and stuff. And like there's no other, I suppose, concerns or whatever, or just like got to do your schoolwork, or they're happy you just playing games.
Um, I was a good student,
Yep.
I would say. And I was also in like year 7 or 8, so whatever. It
Yep.
was too pretty easy. I remember in 2021, it like even like between the Shen Sunshine and that EBS, like the results pretty different, but it was also like I think it was quite a few months different.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
like I had a lot of time to practice online and get good before that. And thankfully, I've always been good at like practicing online. Like I
Yep.
don't feel that much of a difference between the two,
Yep.
off online, offline. Um, and then when I like once 2022 rolled around, I kind of just begged my parents until they said like, "We trust you because you've been to enough events now that you know what you're doing." And I always had Jimmy there, so like my parents were at least somewhat trusting that I'd be safe.
Yep.
Um, I only went to temples, like during school times. Uh, what's it called? EBS. I only went on the holidays ever.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
That makes sense.
getting there after school without like a weekend afterwards was too unrealistic. And
Yeah.
my
Okay.
parents have work a lot of the time.
Yep. No, that makes sense actually. Yeah, I was like, I didn't see you every single time, but like you did show up, and every time it seems like actually you did quite well at that event. Like
Which
a few
ones,
years, like,
though?
like EBS, no, just EBS in general. I just
Ah,
remember
yeah, yeah,
you do well. That I remember you also beat like Jason like pretty early on.
yeah,
Well, I might have been the Pikachu, but
yeah. It was.
um,
I don't know if I lost or beat his Pikachu because I remember having a set against it.
yeah,
I feel like I lost it, but I'm not sure. Um, Also for Ranbats and Sunshines, Sunshine not as much, but Ranbat is one suburb away from me, so
yeah,
I
yeah,
always could get there.
yeah. I mean that definitely helps. Like being
Yeah.
close and convincing the parents like, oh, at least he's just right there. Like,
Well, yeah. If I was like live where Angus did in Geelong, I
yep,
would never get to go to an event ever.
yeah.
I don't think.
All right.
So I'm pretty lucky with that.
All right. Yeah. So, like I said, you still practice a lot of Wi-Fi during this time. You're getting a lot better. You might have even at this point uh, gotten what's it call it? You got like HMs on the showcase. I
Yeah.
think at sometime around this point. So yeah, you're just like I mean, most people know who you are, and then also who Scobo is, right? And
Yeah.
climbing up. All right, so you attend more monthlies and such. In 2022, more events. Um, in the lead up to until our first major of the year, which was BAM 2022, or the first major COVID. But before that, that's what I'm talking about. A little quick thing, a little you did an event, one of the Super Sunshines. I feel like this is one of your breakout,
Oh yeah.
breakout moments, I suppose. You do this. Everyone has seen this. So you do the Deku Meister
It's in every montage.
kill setup. I don't know, trap
Yeah.
yeah. How did I don't know you're still so early into this, right? And you're playing Smash and just in the scene in general. How do you come up with a crazy setup like that? Is it even that much of a crazy setup? What could have Deku
Um.
done differently to avoid this?
Hmm. I don't know if I had Deku. I think I had Seb before Deku. At that tournament, it
Okay,
was the
yep,
Sunshine.
yep,
I remember it ended in the worst way possible. Like it was like a hydrant shield poke in last stock last hit,
yep.
and Seb was just like, "Damn, GG's man," and everyone was freaking out. And then I got to Deku.
Oh, that's right. Yes, yeah.
Um, I remember after the set, I was like, "Oh, I feel bad." Everyone was freaking out because I did that cool setup on Deku in like a +2 matchup, and Deku was like, whatever. I don't really care that much." But in the moment, oh no, so before during the set, I remember I just figured out that Puff sucks and landing with Hydrant and then just air dodging, Puff couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
Or she definitely could, but Deku didn't figure out how to do it, and I didn't know how Deku could have dealt with it
yeah.
either.
That's
Because Puff is her jumps are too low to so if I drop the hydrant down and air dodge back that way, Puff can't get over there in time by jumping over the hydrant.
yeah. That makes
So I
sense.
just had a free disadvantage escape. Um, then Deku ended up just taking all my stocks because I couldn't side B to the ledge properly. I would always bump off the ledge and get forward smashed. So I
Oh
was
yeah,
annoyed at that.
yeah.
I don't know if it was a Wi-Fi to offline thing or I was just bad. Actually, I'm still kind of bad at it, honestly. But
Could just be nerves as well, maybe. Yeah.
yeah, and then I hadn't thought about that hydrant apple setup before. I kind of just did it on the spot and got
Really?
lucky with it.
Okay. It wasn't like a
But
set play you've done already 10 times already,
no,
and okay, so you just kind of freestyling it.
yeah. After that, I started trying to do it a lot,
Okay. Yeah.
and it works less and less and less over time, which is a shame. But yeah, the counterplay is just you can just jump. You're at the ledge here, you can just jump back off stage and around and completely dodge all of it.
Yeah.
Um, so that's what everyone does to me, and Puff would very much be good at doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in the moment, I completely get why you wouldn't know how to deal with that at
Oh
all.
yeah. No, and that's
So
why everyone had
it,
a freak out because we're like, oh
yeah.
wait, this was just unbeatable setup. How what can you do? And
Yeah, and everyone thought Pac-Man was already broken then, so
yeah,
that
that's
doesn't
true.
help.
That's true. There's almost peak Pac-Man broken popularity at this
Yeah,
point, I reckon. I mean, do you feel like you've done anything as cool in bracket since then? Well, with Pac-Man
I,
at
I
least.
I'd like to hope so.
Okay.
Um, I've got I don't know about in bracket. Well, I've definitely hit cool stuff in
Yeah, obviously
bracket, but I wouldn't be
offline
able
clips.
to.
Yeah, no, obviously Elite Smash and just friendlies and all that, but in bracket.
Hmm. I feel like I've definitely got stuff. I owned Jono at Rambat pretty recently, but
Oh,
then I
that one,
looked
that
back at
one.
the clip.
Yes, the
Oh yeah, that one as well.
the one that played at the end of
It's
the
called
era. Yeah.
God Stock or whatever on the
Yes. Oh,
moment
no,
of
I
the year
commentate. I
thing.
commentated that one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That clip is so funny. Everyone is Jason on comms is so annoyed at Pac-Man.
Yeah.
But it was annoying me at the time because Joey completely missed as the up smash and then it made him think Pac-Man's even more broken. Um, but other than that, I don't know if I have anything not off the top of my head I've got anything cooler.
Yeah.
But I also never really thought that setup was super sick anyway. It was kind of just the crowd around it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, because it's kind of just a normal hydrant setup just in a tense moment.
Yeah.
But I don't have any anything specific that was cooler. Or it's gonna come. Actually, I'll hold off for a bit because it's gonna come up at the next thing you're gonna talk about, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that
That's fine.
moment happened again.
Yes, I actually
Um,
did. Just wasn't recorded on
yeah.
stream. Yeah, actually. So yeah, we'll go into like so you've attended quite a few events at this point, so it's like not, you know, it feels like you should be like kind of settled into like
Yeah.
accustomed to playing like offline and the tournament setting now. But yeah, we come to our first major outside of COVID, the largest Oz major in Ultimate ever, and
Yeah.
probably obviously it's not nothing's gonna reach that anymore. So
Probably
what do
not.
you think? What do you think of BAM 2022? Like just preparation for it. You know, were you excited? Did you like know what like it was gonna be like?
Um,
Did you watch the
Let
first
me think.
BAM? Did you watch BAM the Ben Gold that one BAM? Did you watch previous Oz majors?
No, I hadn't watched that ever.
Okay,
I wasn't like super into like even though I'd attended quite a bit at that point, I don't think I was like super in tune with like any lore or anything in like Smash.
okay.
So
So you didn't even know
I
like
hadn't
you
watched Ben Gold set until like quite a lot later.
okay. So you weren't familiar with like the
Um,
other states' top players, really, or
oh no, I knew the top players. It was
okay,
like but moments like that I didn't know about at
oh,
all.
okay,
Like
yeah,
11 was it?
yeah. It was BAM 11 because BAM 12
Yeah.
is the 2022 one. Yeah.
Um, but about that event, I remember on day one, I got contact lenses for the first time, and like an hour before I went there, and completely fucked wearing them on the first day. But it was just friendlies. I don't remember anything specific from like the first day. But bracket wise, or actually first, the vibes were like insane. I didn't expect because I always knew Smash to be like a smaller scene.
Yep.
I didn't think it could get like that. And to be fair, it hasn't really gone like that since, but
No.
it's still insane that something of that caliber can like happen.
Yep.
Um, I didn't know about like artists, like the artist alley or anything at like majors, and that's still very cool to go to every event.
Yep.
But other than that, I don't think there was anything else too special. I remember what's his name? Unreal Sora got me like a Nest sticker, and that
Okay.
still is on my Switch, like
Oh,
just
nice.
over there.
Oh, nice.
Um, But yeah, bracket wise, I don't remember who I played. I think I played. Did I play Party Cats round one? I played Party Cats at
Uh,
some point in that event.
yes, I actually don't have the order here, but
Yeah,
I
okay.
know I think you either play Party Cats or you play Sice first.
Oh yeah, I do play Size first.
Yeah.
I knew him as like I don't know if he was the best, but one of the best players in Northern Territory. But Northern
Yes.
Territory also isn't really
Yes.
doesn't. I don't think it does. It have a scene
No,
at all?
no, it
Yeah,
was kind of his claim to fame that he was the Northern Territory guy.
yeah.
So, I mean, I know there was a period where like he tried to like play like pretty, you know, he tried to like make himself a pretty serious name, but I'm not sure by this point if he like was like playing the game that much anymore. So I'm assuming you kind of probably just stomp him out.
I
As
don't know. I don't think it was like a stomp or anything. But
yeah,
yeah, I did just win like
yeah, just win.
2-0.
Yep,
I think after that, I can try. I've got the bracket up
yep,
somewhere.
yeah. Because I
Let
know
me
who your
just scroll
first
up.
loss is. I know.
Yeah, I know I play Finn after that.
Yes, so that must be your yeah.
Um,
So yeah, you lose to Finn. Well,
there were people in the Twitch chat like doing like the spam this whatever to help out Cookiezac, spend
yep.
this cookie, spend
Oh, so this was a stream
anything,
set.
and yeah, it was a stream set.
Okay, okay.
And that was like insane to me actually. I didn't
Yep.
think that was something that well, I knew it was things that happened to like top players, but it was cool having that happen to me, even if I got wiped. I was horrid, like horrid against Snake back
Yep.
then. So I just kind of like folded. I had already accepted that I wasn't gonna be one of the
Okay.
best snakes at the time.
Yep.
But after that, do I play? I think I played. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you play
played Party
Party Cats.
Cats.
Yeah, so you play another Pac-Man. Like, what do you think of Party Cats? I'm sure they play Pac-Man, right?
Yeah, it
Yep.
was a Pac-Man duo. It was a chill set. Like it wasn't like we were laughing throughout the set. It was
Okay.
fun. Um, I think by that point I was like better than Vine Green. I don't know, but by that point it wasn't too hard of a set.
Yep.
But after that, I had Twirly to make it out.
Yep.
I didn't know Twirly was like super good,
Yes. Well,
and
the I'm not sure at this point, but definitely in 2021, when they're like the scene was kind of re-emerging, was actually the best player in New South
Twirly's
Wales.
the best, yeah.
Yes.
But
But
at this point, who do you main before, like at that point? Because it wasn't Young Link.
well, I feel like they'll just
Was it
rotate between
Fox?
characters. Like Fox,
Okay.
yeah, maybe Captain Falcon. I do kind of remember, but like,
I think it was
uh,
DK actually.
yeah, it could be DK. But which character did Twiller play into you?
He played Young
He
Link.
played
It
Young
was like
Link.
his first Young Link tournament.
Yep.
So I kind of just beat him. I didn't know he was good until people were freaking out, being like, "Yo, Twirly's one of the best players." That's
Yep.
insane, man.
Yep.
and but it was close, but it wasn't like super hard or anything.
Yeah.
But that was me. No, that wasn't me getting out. Then I had to beat
Nikes, yes.
Nikes, yeah. Um, I don't remember too much from the set specifically. I just remember Nikes was not happy after the set.
Yep.
Um,
No, classic.
I felt a bit bad, but also that's kind of just the major environment, so
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And that was me making out my first major.
Yep. Bad
I think I
pools.
wasn't seeded too.
No, you wouldn't have been seeded to
Yeah,
actually. Like, so, I mean, I don't know if you remember your seed, but like, you probably would have been seeded to get 97 for like Scobo.
yeah,
Yeah. So, and like, how did you feel like? Well, yeah, I'm just mean you were like really glad to make it out your first major, especially once
yeah.
seeded, and then you do better than I don't know if you like are like happy or like sad, but you know, you obviously Scobo didn't make it out of pools at this event. Like were you like, oh, I did better than him, or were you like, oh, that's sad, he didn't make it out? What was it like?
Um, I remember he had his name's Sick Torn,
Yes,
and
yeah,
apparently he was
yep,
just a hidden boss freak.
yes, he is
So
a
it's
hidden boss
like
freak.
I like felt bad for him. They had to play someone who wasn't seated where he should have been, but also I was always competitive with him because he bombed me, so I'll
Yep.
take it, I guess. Um, what else? I think like I'm sure like I felt bad, but also I'm pretty competitive myself,
Yep.
so I was happy to outplace him.
Yep.
Um, After that we had day two.
You're dead too,
Um,
and yeah, you play your first set with Piggins.
Higgins,
Is
yeah.
this your first time playing Piggins?
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
I remember I DM'd Fried Rice for advice. And he just told me to watch out for like forward smash on the ledge.
Okay.
And so that's all I did basically the whole set. Pigeons hated Pac-Man and like was not good against him, so it was too close.
Okay.
But after that, I had Luco, who
Yes,
I
classic.
knew was good.
Yes.
Um, I don't remember too much about the set actually. I just remember the ending. It
Yes.
was So it was game five. I do the Deku Meister setup again.
Yep.
Everyone freaks out. There's like a big group
There's a big
hug. Jack
crowd. Yeah.
Gorman,
Yeah. I'm
oh,
in this
not group
crowd.
hug. There was
Yeah.
a big group freak out, and then like Jack Gorman, Connor, and someone else. I think Miggle. Do you remember them?
Oh,
The
Miggle. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they all came up and hugged me, and
Yep.
were like freaking out. Connor was like, "I love you, bro." That was really funny. But Luca was so nice about it. It was, like I think Luca was one of like the people, or how nice he was to me was like that made me want to, and how like close it was, like how close it was, and then how nice he was to me afterwards made me like want to keep going and like being super good or getting like these super good
Yeah.
wins.
I mean, like,
That was really good
yeah. I mean,
or
like,
cool
he's one of the best players, like, in New South Wales.
at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, he gets 33rd here, but like, honestly, if he beats you, I know
he played it really far.
he probably makes a pretty decent run. Like,
Yeah,
so that is like, yeah. I mean, you knew it now, but like, yeah, that was huge actually. Like, that was like, that might have been at that point of the tournament the
it would have been
biggest.
one of the top
Yeah, it
upsets.
would have been like the most unexpected like results that happened. You know, there's a couple. I
Yeah,
mean, day one was a bloodbath. To be fair, like there
I
were
don't
people
remember too much. I remember
draining
there was
one.
Piggins versus Shitashi,
Dan
or
Clint, it was Dan Clint.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, Dan Clint versus Shitashi.
I remember that was really funny.
I mean, there's people like yeah, Beat getting 97 for this tournament. You know,
Did
like
he?
yes,
I don't remember that,
yeah,
but
Beat getting 97,
unlucky, I
Phoebe
guess.
getting 97th.
I do remember that.
Uh, Other people just drowning left, right, and center pretty much
Yeah.
at this tournament. So yeah, I mean that's really good 25th. And then yeah, at the same time, BAM is basically happening. You get your first ranking as well, like you get your debut in
Yeah.
showcase. Do you remember what number you got?
27th.
Yeah, 27. That's right.
Um,
Yep.
I went from showcase to 27, which was like I think it was one of the bigger jumps,
Yep.
other than Jimmy, who went slightly further, I think.
Yes, he was ranked
Oh,
above
he would
you.
have gone for HF to 26.
Yes.
That was VPS 10. I remember Jason
X.
made the montage for it.
Yes.
Oh yeah, X, but
Yep.
he made the montage for it. That was sick. I still sometimes go back and watch it, honestly. Um, Obviously it had the Deku Meister clip. That's
Yep.
always in it. Um, but yeah, I remember I don't know if I was ranked above, but me, Wash, and Jimmy were all
You're next to each
in
other.
the same order.
Yep.
Yeah, which is cool for all of us because we were in the same friend group, came from like the same place.
Yep.
But also being ranked above Wash didn't feel right because he was my super bracket demon back
Yeah.
then. So I didn't really know how to feel.
Yeah. Well, he's also Scobo's bracket demon. I found that so interesting
Yeah.
as well. Like, I never beat. I don't. Did you? I didn't check the records that deeply, but you have been washed, right?
Yeah, I beat him like a long time. Or I probably did beat him around when we were at the same skill, I
Okay.
think.
Yep.
But I beat him at the Pixel Arcadian, I remember.
Okay. Okay. Yep. All right. Okay. So you have this BAM, really satisfying result. You obviously don't go to any majors in 2022 because there's none left in Victoria. Everything's interstate. Your little
Yeah.
boy obviously still have school, which is fine. So we'll talk about actually a bit after. We'll just talk about, well, I suppose, one of the most important things for you as a player. So a bit after BAM, you can tell me exactly the date this starts, but you start pick up another character. You start playing Kazuya, I believe. Do you know when you started like when did you start playing him, like, I suppose, in friendlies, and when did you start playing him in bracket?
Um, I don't remember when exactly I started playing in friendlies, but I do remember I just started learning him because I couldn't play him off random, so I was like I should probably just learn him.
Oh, really?
It took
That's how it
me
started.
it was on the holidays. It took me 3 whole days to learn how to electric. Which was very bad. I had Wash as like my coach. All he told me was electric, back tilt, and grab, and that was it.
Yep.
Um, and that basically got me my first like legs as Kazuya.
Hmm.
Um, and then I don't know the exact number of the event, but it was an EBS. It might have been EBS 100 actually.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, it was EBS 100. I went down 2-0 to Razy with Pacman on the stream, I think, and then I was like, oh, I'm not winning this. I might as well just pull out Kazuya
Wait,
and
so
then
that
bring
was
it
the
to game
debut of
five.
the Kazuya in bracket.
Yeah,
Holy shit. Okay. I,
yeah.
I remember that because I think I commentate this set actually. I didn't know that
Oh
was their debut.
yeah,
I didn't know that was their debut. There's me and Jason commentate this set. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
yeah. So after that, um, I go back to game five and I'm like, damn, that actually worked way better than I thought. I might
Yeah.
as well just try him out. But I beat after that, or I don't know if it was directly after. No, it wasn't. I beat a few other people. I don't remember exactly who, but then I had beat, and I'm like, I don't know if I lost game one as Pac-Man or I just knew Pac-Man Falco sucked at the time. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go Kazuya, and as you know, Pat is not good against Kazuya, or well, he's good now, but back then he was very much not good against Kazuya. So I
Yep.
just wiped him, and then I play Bin again, go all Kazuya, and bring it back to game five. So I'm like, all right, I might as well try commit to Kazuya as a character. And that's basically just how it started.
Damn.
I then grinded him a lot in Wi-Fi 20s. Like I got him up to where he was just by playing ICK, Smazio, and Mike Cool, I
Yep.
think, in Wi-Fi 20s with Kazuya. That was honestly bad times. It sucked. I had to play Smazio every grand finals for like 20 minutes. I got very bored. But I guess it trained my Kazuya to where it is now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So wait. So you actually started playing him more just because? So when you
Yeah.
got him on random, you weren't so bad on him.
Yeah.
There was nothing else. Not like, oh, you started losing to Jimmy too much, so you need to pick up another character. Like, it was actually this reason, and then you're like, oh, I'm kind of decent on him.
Oh, well, I guess I neglected to mention I had been looking for a secondary for a long time,
Okay, okay, yeah,
but that's not why I like started learning Kazuya. It
yeah,
was just it coincidentally fit in at the time I needed a secondary
yeah.
and was good. So yeah,
So damn,
but
so
I tried like over Wi-Fi. I tried a lot of characters. Like if you look at the roster, I think I've tried maybe half of them. I think the biggest ones I tried were Game and Watch, Aegis, and for some reason Peach. I was so bad at Peach. I don't
yeah.
know why I tried that, but yeah.
Damn,
Um, that's about it for
yeah.
Kazuya, I think.
So because Razy stomped you 2 games,
Yeah,
like, that's like the Kazuya basically started. So if you didn't
yeah.
like, if he went a bit easy on you, maybe we could have delayed the evil for a bit. But no, he forced it out.
Maybe.
Yeah, got the devil gene out of you that set. All right. Okay, now that's interesting. All right, we'll talk about uh, Kazuya a little bit later. But
Okay.
yeah, all right. So again, your results. I mean, you're just playing a bit more solid at this point. Now you're basically uh, in the rankings, so like a mid-teens, late teens, like sort of
Yeah.
player, right? So I mean that's a pretty huge jump. You
After
go from 27th. I mean, you go to
27,
17th.
17th, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, for the rest of the year, you kind of like basically
hovered around that range.
hover around that range. All right,
I
but
went 17, 16,
16 to
15,
15.
back to 17.
Yep. Um, but then, oh, actually, you go to 18th actually. But
Oh, do I?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
okay. But regardless of that, so yeah, like I say, you're pretty consistent. So like, yeah, being that high in the showcase means that we have an event coming up where obviously all the PR players and past PR players are banned. So you're a pretty high
Uh,
seed for the Vic Arcadian 2. One of the like, I mean, this is a huge tournament,
yeah,
like
stacked.
180 something entrants from what I can remember. And you're, I don't know, do you remember what seed you were for this event? Were you a
I
top
think I
8
was
seed?
seventh.
Your seventh
I
seed?
think I
Yeah,
was
okay,
seventh.
okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, what do you think before this event? We're like, all right, winnable, uh, scary. This many people. There's a lot of money. I could win. You could win. I don't know if you've won money before at this point, but like, you're like, oh damn, like, what did you
I think I
think?
would have gotten. I would have gotten like money from the top three at a temple, but other than that, no, no big money or
No big
anything.
money, yeah. So
Um,
yeah, what do you think
hmm.
coming to the event? What was the mindset? And like, like, I don't know, did you think you could win? Even like seventh seed, but like, it's like, oh, all the PR players are banned. Like, why
Yeah.
can't I win?
I know going into BAM, I wasn't like nervous at all because I had no expectation on me.
Yep.
But once I was 17, like that really started to kick in. I don't think I did any like special preparation or anything. I still don't really for majors, but I know I was stressed going in. Like I think
Yep.
when I'm nervous, I always like don't eat anything. I was like dying on the day. I remember.
Okay.
I go in, my first rounds are like fine. I play like Prozzy, I think,
You
in
played
one of my
something else
first
before
sets.
then, but you played Crosby. I
Yeah,
think your second match. Yeah, that's your first like
yeah,
actual
that was
player.
like
Yep.
that was pretty chill. Like we
Mm-hmm.
were laughing, so that like calmed me down a little. And then I don't know the exact order of sets. Do you know who I played next? Was it Homer?
I can't remember if you had something between. I didn't write down your because let's
Oh
be
yeah,
honest, you don't really have that many spectacular. You beat No. That's like
yeah.
the only actual
Oh yeah, I did have Nebner.
No win.
Or no, I think I have Nebner after
After,
Homer.
but like that's the only notable win because so I basically in my notes I've listed like yeah the winner set you lose to Homer and
Yeah,
I actually watched this set. I don't know if anyone else was watching. I was just watching this set
me versus Homer.
coincidentally, and like I noticed that yes you versus Homer. And I noticed that you can't really close it out.
My low
Um,
tier, yeah.
yeah, so I mean, yeah, I wrote down here you complain about this a lot, but apparently Pac-Man can't kill.
It's true.
And like during the set, I remember, I think it might have been game three. I don't know if it was a final game, but there
It
was
was.
definitely a game where you had a big lead and you just got like, you just could not do
Die.
anything.
Yeah, it was game three.
Yeah,
I was very nervous, obviously going in. And then I go to game three, I'm freaking out. I get a big lead. It's last stock 160 to 60 on a Holy Bastion,
mm-hmm.
and then I just get back at the legend just die. Like I don't know if it was bad. I don't think it was bad DI. I just die, and Pac-Man I've always thought is bad at killing, and that set like very much set it off. Like I was just throwing apples, getting them reflected or shielded, and nothing worked. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I just lost. I wasn't happy because like Homer was very good still then. He
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like ranked high, I think. I think he was like 39th on the
Yeah, something
showcase.
like low showcase. Yeah.
Yeah. But he was always like still pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And so it made sense for me to lose, especially because Wolfpack and it's not bad, but it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, that happened. I was not happy. And then after that kind of just fizzled out. I beat Nerpner. It was close. And I just get wiped by Mothcoats, who was very good at the time still.
Yes. Yes.
But I was not. I just left. I couldn't. I didn't want to like because I feel like if I was gonna stay there, I was just gonna complain. So I was like, I might as well just head home. Um, Instead of making like a bad vibe for everyone else.
Yeah. Like,
But
did
yeah,
the
it
did
didn't
the
go
Homer
well.
loss like did that just tilt you for the rest of the tournament pretty much?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, like, and do you, yeah, obviously, like, I do remember, I feel like a lot of people remember, complaining, like, Pac-Man can't
Yeah,
kill, blah, da, like, I mean, do you still believe this? Like, like,
yeah,
or you still believe this, so you don't think anything's
yeah.
changed, When I watch you play, it doesn't seem like Pac-Man struggles to kill that much. So like, what have you?
Oh, he definitely does.
Well, but I mean, what have you changed since then to like mitigate like some of that some of those weaknesses, or what did you do back then that made it so this occurred so frequently? I remember you playing sets of me where I just lived at like 170 or like a lot, and I know so clutch up on you.
I do remember that. It was at
Yeah,
Temple.
yeah, Temple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened multiple times. And I'm assuming this happened multiple times with a lot of other opponents as well.
Yeah, I remember I had a set versus Harry where it was game five. He was at 130, and I get double down air on Smash for 30 and just die.
Yep.
But I think the biggest things I did back then, or didn't do back then, was, or I guess did. I would just throw Bell immediately at like at someone even if they were shielding. Or no, that's not true. But like I'll be very impatient with it and just throw when I think they're gonna drop shield. Where now you've got to be patient.
Yep.
But even still, I still don't think he's good at killing, but he's better than I used to think he was. Um, but his back air's weak, his down air gets staled quickly,
Mm-hmm.
and Apple and Key just get shielded pretty easily, and back row sucks. But I think I'm just better at being patient for it. And I think I'm just better at reading people. Like the more you play, the more you get people's like when people are gonna be scared. So
Yep.
I'm good at like catching people with like back airs as they full hop or roll out F tilt because a lot of the time now I just have to resort to F tilt killing at 170. That's like even if I'm better at killing, it still happens quite a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
That's fair enough.
like at the most recent Phantom, I remember game five first stock, Jay was listed 200, and I'm like, of course it's happening now. Of course it's happening now. Um, Thankfully I still win that set, but it's yeah, I don't know. It's like even if I mitigate it the most I can, it's still bound to happen, which I've gotten even if I don't like it, I've gotten better at accepting, I guess.
Yeah. That's. I mean, like, I mean, what? I'm gonna say it. I feel the same as well, right? I don't care what anyone says. I feel like my character struggles to kill as well, and no one else can tell me otherwise. Even though I've gotten better at mitigating that, doesn't matter. Like
Yeah.
it all comes with, like you said, the reads. Like
Yeah,
when
exactly.
when you get better play, you get better at reading, so you can, I suppose, like place the bigger kill moves in the right place more often.
Mm.
But all right. Yeah. So at this point, we're coming, close to the end of 2022. You continue to get like, again, you're still like a middlings, like teens, like ranking. Like I said, you go from like 17, 16, 15, 18 range. And you're stuck like that for like 5 seasons essentially around that range. Like, do you like remember, like, was there like any roadblocks, like why you couldn't suppose climb faster? Jimmy at this point is starting to
Yeah.
leap you a little bit. He gets 12th at one of these rankings, right? Like, he gets one spot literally away from PR, right? Like, so what were the why were you kind of stuck for a little bit here? Like, what was the why couldn't you climb as high as you wanted?
Oh, you've already said it's Jimmy.
Yeah.
I did very bad into him for quite a
Okay.
long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I was 0 and 30, no, 0 and 11 before I ever took a set of him, but that was before I was ranked like 17th.
Yeah.
But he still always had like my number. I wasn't good enough at, I didn't have a good enough advantage state to kill Rob.
Mm.
Um, so it just never, I just had to get better at my advantage state, I had to get smarter with the game.
Yeah.
And eventually that led to me doing better into him. But I think around this time I had a season where I was positive on PR and negative on Showcase. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know which it's the player card season. So
Yes, that would have been the one
maybe
you were ranked
11?
fifth. No, it would have been 12.
If
This is only ranked 15th, I believe. So
okay.
because that's the because yeah the player card, yeah, that's the player card one. That would have been spring 2022. Yeah.
Yeah. What else with
Yeah.
that?
Because which PR players were you doing like well into at this point?
Who would have been P? I was Zav PR then? I
Yes.
think he would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did well into Zav. I did well actually until Zav started going Min Min.
Yeah.
I did well into Bit and no, not Bin, sorry, Beat
Beat. Yep.
because Kazuya Falco.
Yep.
I don't think I did that bad. No, was it Seb? No, I don't think I played Seb much. Hmm.
Did you?
Who even is PR? I'm
Was
just
that
trying to
Flo? Do you
think.
remember? Did you do well to
Oh
Flo?
yeah, I did well into Flow. Yeah, I did very, very well
Flow.
into Flow.
I don't know if you like did well to Dura. or
Um, I did better than most in Tadura. I got a few set wins before I should have.
yeah. And then
But
the only other
it
one
was
was
mostly flow and beat.
yeah, because I don't think you took a set off me yet at this point. I'm PR at this season.
I don't know what. I remember I took a set off your Joker and Corrin, but I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know if that
that
was
I
that
mean,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember that one. I was like, honestly, I remember that set now. I'm like, I think if I played Pally, I might have lost that set anyway.
You reckon?
I remember I got like dumpstered that set. I'm like, damn, I reckon if I
You
played
did.
Palu, I might have just lost anyway. So that's a good cover up right there. Um,
Fair enough.
yeah, okay. And then I suppose before we wrap up 2022, because there is one thing I did miss out. We alluded to it before. It's a very important, really important topic actually. So
Yeah.
we had this whole silly. I don't know why it would happen to this character in particular. This doesn't normally happen, but we had the whole best Pac-Man and Oz debate.
Oh
You know
yeah.
that for some reason that was a thing that occurred, and for some reason the Pac-Men in Australia like really prided themselves on this. Like I don't know why. That gets their little obscure character that they their little shit tier in Smash Four, and now their character's a bit good in Ultimate, and now they're like overprotective of him. I don't know what happened. But so we had like yeah, I don't know if you remember this. I don't know if you cared.
I do. I very much
You very
remember.
much cared. Actually, I'm glad you
Oh, no,
said
I didn't
that.
care.
Yeah,
Or I don't know. Well, the thing was it was I don't remember exactly like the comments that started. It was just Teehee and Vine Green
yeah,
saying both they were the best Pac-Man Oz, and
yeah,
then Beat, I think it was, or maybe was it you?
yeah. Probably, I think it was
Maybe
me. I think it might have been me. Yeah,
it
I
was
was a bit
Beat
of a
or
vain.
you who
Yeah,
replied with like it doesn't matter, Zach is better than both of them. Um, and then everyone started vouching for that.
yeah.
I think somebody talked about how Jono thought I was better than
Yes,
Vine Green or
yes.
whatever. That was
We did
funny.
that. We did that in the Dumb for Real. Jono, because Jono talked about in the Dumb for Real podcast when he went to America. He was
He
playing
played
on some pack.
JDV.
Yeah, this is before
Yeah.
he played JDV, but
Ah, okay.
he was just playing some Pac-Man, and he's like, dude, he basically said like, dude, Vine Green bloody sucks, right? And like didn't prep him at all for the matchup. But he talked about you early on. It's like, oh, Cookiezac, he knows what he's doing though. Like, he gave you a bit of credit for like prepping him for like beating a good Pac-Man player in America all the way back in like 2022. So
That's really funny.
when Jono said that, I'm like, oh yeah, whatever he says, that must be right, right? That's the best player, he knows what he's talking about. And yeah, we had other Pac-Men as well, like we had Captain Kool Aid, and we
Yeah,
had
true.
with Jasmine as well. Was like I think Jasmine was a bit of a fan of you, but like yeah, this whole thing was kind of silly, but I suppose like I mean during this point, by the end of 2022, or even middle of 2022, did you think you were the best Pac-Man? Did you think you're better than T?
No, no.
No.
Um,
Okay.
I don't know. I was weird. I was like competitive and had an ego, but I was also a pessimist about myself.
Yep.
Like, no matter what, even though I got way better results than every other Pac-Man at the BAM that where this started at,
That's true. T drowned, I
and
believe.
then yeah, she did.
Yep.
But yeah, even though I did better at them than basically every like better than Vine Grant, but most events we attended, and I looked better than T from what I could tell. I still denied it a lot. I don't know if I was trying to stay humble or I think I did think it, but I was still like trying to be humble about it.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I wouldn't accept it at all. Like anytime I got a result tweet, I would have like like I tweet about how I did well at an event. I'd have like four people in my reply saying best pack Oz, and I'd always be like, no, no, it's not true. But it was a bit of an ego boost having everyone talk about me as if I'm a freak. That was
Yep.
funny, but I didn't believe it for quite a while.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, did you talk to like any of them at the time? Did you like just like just Pac Man, or just be like, hey, you play my character, let's be
Um,
friends or something? I don't know. Like
I was friends with Persona 8 and
Personate,
still
yes,
am,
yes,
but
obviously.
they don't really compete very much anymore.
Yep.
And then while people thought I was better than Teehee, like at the same time, I played friendlies with Teehee once to try to get advice from them.
Yep.
I don't remember how that went. I think the Wi-Fi was too bad and we quit after one game. But
Okay.
and then Vine Green, we were like chill, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he still thought he was better than me. Like I don't remember the exact like context. It was like another thing of someone saying I'm better than or I'm the best Pac-Man Oz, and Vine Group has like leave the kid out of this. So for like 3 months, I had my nickname in like my friend groups there was the kid,
Yeah.
or because that's funny,
Yeah.
or except for that was really funny. But overall, I think we were like mostly chill.
Yeah,
Like,
okay. Do you want to talk about
it,
the set you played on EBS stream? That was a classic. I felt like, even though I know you did lose, but I'm
yeah.
pretty sure you hugged it out, didn't you?
I think we did. I think
Yeah,
it was no. I think it was like a weird hug. Like we were both still sitting down, and we were
yeah,
just like it was awkward as fuck.
yeah.
But I don't think I initiated. But I don't remember exactly how it went. I know I got free one, and then the ending, I get hit by two hydrants at once because they're both standing on top of on top of each
Oh
other,
yes, yeah,
and
yeah.
then
I remember something crazy
he
happening.
down smashes the hydrants, and they both launch at me at the same time and die at just like 70. It's
Yep.
so funny looking back, but and I wasn't like I don't think I was annoyed at all, but
No, it felt like he actually
that was
like
kind of
grew. It felt like he grew like towards you or something during that set. He's like, oh, I love this kid now. I'm pretty sure after that he's like, this is this is my son, pretty much. Like after that
I don't
set.
think I didn't know about that. That's
Yeah,
really funny.
I'm pretty sure. Like, because I'm pretty sure he was actually legitimately salty before. Like people saying, oh, you're
Hmm.
better. But then, like, since he beat you, he's like, oh no, that's that kid. He's a
Yeah.
rat, actually.
Nah, I think it comes in the worst Pac-Man wins the Ditto. So by that point, I was better than him. What can I say?
That's true. That's true. Hey, he's wise words.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Okay. Then yeah. So that's 2022 all wrapped up. Solid debut year. I can't remember. I don't have the data, but like, was there did you win one of those the Vic Cup awards or
Yeah.
you
The
won.
medal would just be on my table over there. I think well, I won Moment of the Year for Deku
Universes?
versus Deku versus like the option coverage thing.
Yeah.
But I think I got most improved. I can check on my medal,
Yeah.
but um I think that was no, I got Rising Star and Jimmy got most improved, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yeah.
I think I got one other. I'm just what were the categories again?
I can't remember. I actually can't find
Um,
these. That's a problem. They're
okay.
not really recorded anywhere. So that's why I asked if you remembered. I don't know if you won like the stuff in other years. I don't know if you got something else in
I've won one
2023.
every year, I think.
Okay.
I can just check real quick. Give me one sec.
Okay. Yeah. No
It's
worries.
like it's literally right here, like on
Okay.
the side of my desk.
Make sure off the
I've
camera.
got quite a few Vichub awards
That's
on
true.
my desk. 2022, 2023, I got most improved.
Okay.
Um,
Two-time winner. Damn.
and then in 2022, I got Moment of the Year.
Yep.
And in 2024, I got Best of Fairest and Set of the Year.
Yes, that's true.
That's all of them.
Yep.
Um, yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Yep. So yeah, we end that year, pretty solid year for the ages, in my opinion.
Mm.
And then we start 2023, and this is pretty cool because you get to go to your school holidays,
Ah, yeah.
and you get to go to your first interstate major with a lot of other with Scobo as well, and
Yeah.
you get to meet up with a bunch of your probably friends from New South Wales. Like,
Yeah.
how's the action one? What was
Um,
how was the experience?
I got to go for Christmas. Like I begged for that to be like my Christmas gift to
Yep.
go to the action. Who else went? We've got like a photo of it. It's me, Jetstar, if you remember him. He's the Joker player.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
Mike Cool, no, not Nitron. Unpheasant, Morgone, Jimmy, um, Persona 8.
Yep.
And I think that was all of us. That was crazy. We finally got to meet up after quite a lot of time, maybe like 2 years of not meeting each other in person, me and like Unfezant and Morgane.
Yep.
Actually, I don't know. Morgane wasn't there. No, there was someone else from New South Wales.
Morgan went to this event.
Um, oh, did he? Okay,
Yeah, he
yeah.
double. That's where the doubles GIF exists with him and Scobo.
Oh, true. Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah, yeah.
wait,
Okay, there
who did
was
you do? Who did
Morgane.
you do doubles with this event?
Maybe no, not Persona. I don't know if I did doubles.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't like doubles and never really have.
Yep.
So I might have not entered doubles.
Okay. And
Unless
so how did you
I'm
get to this event? Did you drive with your family?
fly.
Oh,
I
you
flew.
flew.
I
So
flew there.
did you fly by yourself or?
Um, no, no, no. I went with my mom.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Um, I've just checked. I didn't enter doubles.
Okay. Yep.
Um, I know I entered the pre-local. I lost to BJ Shoei and Kanaji.
Yep.
Um, I don't know. I didn't go game three with Kanaji, but I went last to last hit, and then he shulk up as me at 80, and I die, and I'm like, damn, unlucky, I guess.
Damn.
It was cool to get close on someone because I was only ranked like 15th, 17th around
Yeah,
then, so it was
around
cool
that time. Yeah.
to win a pretty high ranked player at that point. Like I don't think Kanaji was top three or anything by then, but he was up there.
In Australia, I mean, yeah, I mean, he gets third at this event, so
Yeah,
the
true, I
major,
guess.
yeah. So I mean, he's one of the best players, but yeah, that is pretty cool. I didn't know that. Um,
And the
but
main event.
yeah, we go to the actual event and get 17th. So it's
Yeah,
very solid. I don't know if you were you seeded to get 17th. Do you remember?
25th, I think.
25th. Okay, so you get it one. Yeah, it seems like one of these has to be an upset right here. I'm actually not sure, but I note down that you beat Legacy, Spike, and Dugongs.
Yeah.
I actually don't know. It seems. I mean, these are all pretty decent wins. I don't know if you're seeded to
Yeah.
beat any of them actually. So
I feel like I would have been. I think I would have been seeded to beat Legacy unless there was like ACT bias.
yeah,
I think no, I think I was seeded to beat everyone but Dugongs.
yeah, okay, yeah, that makes
Um,
sense.
Legacy was my winners side qualifier, day
Yep.
one. That matchup is super, super bad
Yes,
for
sounds.
Kirby,
Yeah.
but it was still very close. I was playing horrid. It's really funny to look back on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I freaked the fuck out, but still won barely. I was like very happy with it because I knew Legacy was what, second in ACT.
Yeah, something
So I
pretty
was like,
high.
that's
Yep.
a big win, I guess. But day two, I was kind of confident to Jix, but
Yep.
because not confident. I won't say that because Jix is a lot better than me. But
Yep. It's a good
what
matchup
was
though.
it? Pac-Man Diddy Kong. I was like, oh yeah, free.
Yep.
And I thought Pac-Man. Well, no, actually, I thought because Jix doesn't want to play Pac-Man Diddy Kong, they'd go Steve.
Yep. Did
So
they go Steve set? Or...
yeah. Then I went like close-ish with Pac-Man, then got wiped, and then went Kazuya game three down 2-0,
Mm-hmm.
and went last like last hit, but lost. So I was like, I can't be too mad with that, I guess.
Yep.
But then I beat Spike. That matchup is horrid for Junior.
Yep.
Um, Pac-Man Junior, you can't behind Hydra and you just win for free. Um, and I had what was it, Dugongs?
Dugongs. Yep.
That was a pretty big crowd for that set. I
Yeah,
played
I imagine so.
Kazuya.
Yeah. I used to play Kazuya this
Um,
set. Yep.
yeah. I kind of bullshitted, I'm pretty sure, but I also didn't. This was the time, like, there was quite a long time before I could still consistently input electric, and I was still getting results. So I remember this set, I whiffed a lot of electric inputs.
Mm-hmm.
But I still won. I was pretty happy with that one. But
Yep.
after that, I had Fierce.
Fierce.
That
Yep.
was one of the worst sets of my life.
Oh
Nah, okay, that's
really?
not true.
Yeah.
But
Damn. Okay. I'm
it-
gonna say like I didn't go to this event, but apparently it was a banger. What I heard, and there was a lot of people watching.
there was a lot of people watching.
Yep.
I remember game one. It might have been no, I don't think it was a reverse 3-0, but it was like I went on 1-0. I choked game two, I think. Um, and then Fierce figures out that he can grab through Hydra and Samus,
Okay.
and I start freaking out.
Yep.
We go last to last hit, or not last to last hit. We go last game. Sorry,
Yep.
it's pretty tense, and I get down on Kalos, and you know how with kill sparks, you need to click tech during the kill spark to get the tech.
I mean that's what I do, but yeah, yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, you can't do it like on correct timing. You have to click tech during the kill spark. I didn't know that, so I just missed the tech on Kalos. I'm not
Yep.
happy. People are freaking out, and then yeah, I was very annoyed because Samus is broken.
Yep.
And then on Pheasant still makes fun of me for not hitting the tech. Like I think literally yesterday, I got downed by Samus and missed the tech, and he's like,
Yep.
"Well, well, well, look what we've got here." Not fun. I'm
Yep.
never living that down.
Yeah.
But yeah,
All right.
overall, even though the fierce loss, like I wasn't happy about, I think getting 17th was like a good sign for me. I was happy. I was still happy with that, even if it wasn't like what I hoped for.
Yeah, and I'm
It's
assuming
still plus one SPR.
yeah, I'm assuming it was one of your like probably favorite experiences so far as
Yeah,
well. As well, like I mean, like the first interstate one is always like wow,
yeah,
for
it
like
was pretty iconic. Having on Pheasant get fourth, I think. Yeah, it was
yeah
fourth.
fourth yeah
Dude, I screamed my lungs out for him versus DD.
yeah
I remember he like spot dodges the rage drive to win, and I like freaked the fuck out. It was so cool. Um, but yeah, it was a great experience, even if I didn't do, well, I did good, but it wasn't like what I hoped for, I guess.
Yeah, okay. No, that's all right. So yeah, that's the first major of 2025 done. We do have TGX, but like really, I mean, no one really cares about this event if I'm honest. We'll talk about the other two TGXs because they're a bit more significant for you when we get to
Mm.
them. But the 2023 one is a bit of a who cares. So we'll skip straight to BAM, which honestly you don't do spectacular at either.
Yeah, I
You
don't.
get 25th. I actually didn't know who you lost to at this event in winners, so I know you
Heaven,
lose to
right?
Heaven, yeah. So,
Yeah.
do you know this set? I felt like by this point you could have gave Heaven like a good run for his money, but you
Yeah.
do lose this set. So, do you remember much about the set?
I was pretty confident. I remember I spent the whole day before labbing SDIing all the stuff.
Yep.
And then I tried to SDI in last stock, um, last or like we're both at last stock. I don't know if it was game two. I don't think it was a game three set. I think I just
Yeah, it was
get
2-0.
2-0'd.
Yep.
But, it was like down 1-0 last stock. I'm at like 60. He's at I don't know what percent, but a high percent. I think he had max rage actually. He like up tilts me at 60. I try to SDI the Shoryu and just die off the top immediately because when you SDI Shoryu, you DI it completely incorrectly. So if
Yes.
you fuck up the SDI, you just die.
Yeah.
Um, so
Would
I
you
was
would you have lived if you'd
pretty
done
sad about
correct
that.
DI?
I think I think I was on the platform, so I don't know. I think I would have, but
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
SDI just didn't work though, even though it was working in training mod pack, so I was not happy. But I wasn't like oh I wasn't like molding, but like I wasn't I was kind of annoyed that my training didn't work out at all.
Yeah. Okay.
But losing the heavens like fine.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think is this the BAM where I think I had Molly the
Yep.
snake?
The mol. Yeah. With
Yeah.
upset. Yep.
They upset like four different
Someone.
people to get to me,
Yep.
and I was bad against snakes, so I was like freaking out. And I proceeded to nine stock them. Oh no, eight stock
Yep.
them. So that was a bit of a stress off me.
Yep.
But I think I had McCarp
Yes, that's
next.
right. Yep.
Yeah.
3-0.
McCarp's never taken a off me.
Yep.
He didn't take it seriously at all because he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna lose, so I'm just gonna troll around." He picked like Roy, I think, down 2-0.
Yep.
Um, and then I had P9,
P9, yeah.
I
And this
think.
is your only set loss to P9, right?
Yeah, I had never lost a P9. I still haven't after this.
Yeah. So you've been how many?
Um,
So you'd beaten P9 before this. I'm assuming like
I think I was 4-0.
4-0. Okay. And this is like when P9's well, let's be honest, a better player than you. Like
Yeah, definitely.
probably. Um. So, but I don't know. You must have just had just good visibility, I suppose. But
Mhm.
what happened this set? Why did you lose this one and only set versus P9?
Um, I don't remember like anything that specifically happened during the game, but I remember Um, I like was freaking out when I took game four, so to bring it to game five, so I had to ban,
Yep.
and I wasn't sure on whether to ban Battlefield or not.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, no, I've gone it the wrong way around. He took game four, and he left Battlefield and one other thing open. No, wait, I feel like I'm games. No, I think what I first said was correct. I won game four and had to wait. Hold on. No,
That's
he
okay.
reverse sprayed me. He reverse sprayed. No, wait. I was on the way to reverse spray him. I've completely fucked this. So he went up 2-0, and I was like freaking out. I take game four, and I'm like, shit, what do I ban? Do I ban Battlefield or do I ban whatever other stage? I think like Hollow or something.
Yep.
And I decided to not ban Battlefield. He takes me to Battlefield, and I just lost. And yeah, I don't know. There wasn't too much to say about it. I remember he took ages to pick the stage game five, which I don't blame him. It was stressful, but I felt like that definitely affected it somewhat. But I don't think I would have won either way. But
Yeah. Okay.
still, it's something to John about, I guess.
Yep. That's fair enough.
Um, but that's like the only bad performance I've still ever really had at a major, I feel like. So even if it's not like that bad, it's like still 25th or 33rd.
Yeah.
But I think this is the only major where I've had like a performance way below what I was expecting.
Yeah, because
Except for
you realistically
maybe
could have
this
made a
one.
slightly higher because the winner of this
Yeah.
I think had turn up, which you probably could have
Yeah,
beaten,
and I
obviously.
was so confident. I was so confident. I
Yeah.
remember that. And then
Uh,
after that, he had
I think it was extra actually, so it might have ended at that
yeah,
point.
okay.
So
I think that was ninth or something. I would have gotten or
you
something.
would
No,
have got
not ninth,
13th if
13.
you would have
Yeah,
got 13th.
13.
Yeah, which
And
is
that's what I think that was my desired placement
yeah,
because
that
I
was very
always go into
realistic.
majors. I always go into majors with like a if I don't get this placement, I'll kill myself.
Yeah.
And I think 13th was that.
Okay, fair enough. But that was so that's actually so those two majors are the only ones you attended in 2023 actually. So
Yeah,
um we'll wrap things up with 2023 with one more event and just a couple other questions. We're gonna make this interview a two-parter because I mean, yeah, we just got a lot to talk about this one. We don't want to be here. We're recording this. It is almost 1 a.m. by the way, guys. When we're recording this
yeah.
right now. So, um, public holiday tomorrow. That's all good. All right. So, I just want to mention. So, like, yeah, we're already pretty solid to 2023. You mentioned earlier in the action. You're playing Kazuya more often. You're playing at majors now, but you're still a bit. Um, well, you're still like you're still like whiffing electrics at this point.
Yeah.
You're not you're not super polished on him yet. But I suppose by the time Bam rolls around, you're pretty solidly like a co-main now. Like before, it felt like Kazuya was a secondary. Like,
Okay.
it came out like kind of rarely. Like it came out like rare-ish enough. It was definitely still mostly Pac-Man, but I don't know. I felt like around this time it was definitely more of a co-main. But the interesting thing is like most people in Vic, besides Extra and Ray Z, most people are solo mains. Um, but what made you think, that the co-main was, or like the two characters would like be like beneficial for you? Like why? Like, did you think like that was the only way to get better, or like, not only way to get better, like one of the big ways you're gonna get better, or
Yeah.
or like is it like a sort of thing where Pac-Man just struggles with too many matchups? Like, what's the I suppose yeah, what's the logic behind like being a co-main? It's obviously worked really well for you, so it's.
Um, I have always said this and still think it. I think if you're not co-manning, you're throwing. I think I've told Jimmy for maybe 2 years now, secondary Luigi or something, or just anything. Um, but what else is there? I think Pac-Man sucks against top of Vic. Like there's two Robs, horrible. Um, Youngling's the only good matchup there, I think. There's two Robs, Falco, who else is our top up here?
For
Aegis. We got who else?
we had
Brawl, he doesn't do good. He goes like even into Brawler, but still not great.
I mean we had Sephiroth,
Um,
which I feel like he did okay. I mean you look
yeah, he does okay into Sephiroth.
yeah, and then what else we had? Peach. I mean you played mid min at that
He does
point.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did min. That wasn't fun.
I mean I'm assuming
I'm gonna get
Pac-Man
back
doesn't do
to
very
that.
well with Cloud. We had Dura at this point.
No, yeah, Cloud as
Yeah,
well. I'm just gonna
We did
clear
have
up
Diddy
on
we
this
did have
one.
Diddy Kong to be fair actually, so
Yeah,
that was a good one. I don't know if you ever I actually did you always beat Jix once they moved to Victoria?
yeah. I was 3-0 on them.
Yeah, okay.
Once Steve was banned.
Yep,
But look at the current PR. Um, so Young Link Pac-Man does okay against.
yep,
Two Robs, horrid.
yep.
Um, I think Pac-Man does bad into Pit. Um,
Okay.
Pac-Man does horrid into Cloud. I don't like the Wario matchup, but it's not that bad. Falco's bad. Luigi's very good. Beefy or Brawler is like even, but I don't like it still. Like it could be slight losing. And then Rebs played against Pac-Man for 4 years, so
Yep.
it's not even worth bothering.
Yep.
Um, so I always thought I need a secondary. Because I also think having the opportunity to like swap between like if I how do I word this? Well, I'll just give an example. When I went down 2-0 to Jimmy in a SAS Grand Finals, I was on winner's side, he was on loser's side, so I just swapped to Pac-Man, took a game, lost a game, and then went back to Kazuya, and that like completely swapped the momentum around, and then I just 3-0'd him or whatever, or
Yep.
maybe game five. But I think having that ability and also um what's it called? Like at majors, getting to matchup check characters who or players who like for example in New South Wales they don't have Pac-Man at all. So I
Yep.
can just swap Pac-Man. Like Shmoo doesn't know how to play against Pac-Man. He's told me this,
Okay.
and that kind of
You're lucky.
reflected in our set. So it's like, for example, that yeah. I think having that opportunity as well is really good,
Yes, that is
and
very valid.
I'd rather just not play losing matchups. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, I mean, yes. That's a very very reasonable. Um, and I suppose I was want to ask about the combination of characters. Like, do you feel like they complement? it's perfectly complementary, or like is it just coincidentally the two best the characters you like? You're just the two best at. You know, you didn't pick Kazuya because it covered your weakness, Pac-Man's weaknesses perfectly. You just wanted to play Kazuya because you just like him, or was
Um,
it like he actually covers all the matchups?
well, Pac-Man loses to, let's see, Cloud, which Kazuya does good into.
Yep.
Palutena,
Yes.
Kazuya does better into. Who else did he lose to?
Like Falco.
I'm like, yeah, he loses to Falco, Kazuya does great into. Fox, Kazuya does good into. Wolf,
Yep.
Kazuya does good into. Um, Shulk, Kazuya still loses to, but is way better.
Yep.
Um, what other characters are even in this game?
Does Pac-Man do bad into?
Wait,
You should know more than me.
Korin, Kazuya does better into. I'm just gonna
Yep.
get the Smash Roster out real
Yeah.
quick. Because I'm completely blanking in like the moment.
Yeah, that's alright. It is 1
Um,
a.m.
well, while I'm waiting for that, Kazuya does ban to Sonic and Pikachu and Diddy Kong, which Pac-Man all owns.
Yep.
Um, and then Pac-Man does bad into, let's see, Aegis, Kazuya wins. Pac-Man does bad into, let me see, he does bad into Rob, which Kazuya goes even. Um, he does bad into Snake, which Kazuya goes even. He doesn't do great into Incineroar, which Kazuya plus twos, and and then going back to Kazuya, Kazuya does bad into like I said Sonic, Pikachu, Diddy, I think. He
Yep.
also does bad into Young Link, which Pac-Man does good into. He does bad into he doesn't do bad into that many characters, so it's like fine.
Yep.
But he does bad into Min Min, which Pac-Man does better. It's like even. But yeah, I think they complement each other well. The only like sharing losing matchups they have is Shulk, um, Corrin, and apparently Duck Hunt, but I don't know if that's actually real.
Okay.
So
Probably won't find
yeah,
that one out ever.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. And was it okay? And was it coincidental that uh, there's the same two characters that T plays?
yeah. No, complete coincidental.
Okay.
It's funny in like the me versus Jono set from Phantom. There's like four different people in the comments saying Australian T,
Yep.
and that's always just been a thing. Like I think in Stats Court, if you know what that is, someone said that I play T, and it's like, yeah, I guess that's true. Um, it's just a coincidence though, but I guess it really helps with
Yeah.
VODs. I have got someone who plays both characters. I can tell what matchups I should use each in. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it was considered, but like, did you like, yeah, you mentioned it, right? But did you like study like a lot of his stuff? Like, how, I mean,
yeah.
yeah, like how much did you watch
Oh,
T?
I don't like necessarily VOD review very much
Yeah,
still, but I still like watched most of his sets to get like, but even if I'm not like actively VOD reviewing, I think just like watching him has made me better by just absorbing like concepts and stuff.
yeah,
So having both characters for that is quite helpful, yeah.
yeah, okay. And just a last little aside, right? Like, or a couple little things actually. Like, which character do you think is actually harder to play?
Oh, definitely Pac-Man. Kazuya is easy. Kazuya is
Okay,
so easy,
all right, all
and
right.
I think Pac-Man, he's okay. He's
Pac-Man
not hard.
is Pac-Man a hard character? You can be
Um,
truthful. You can be true. I'll accept it. I'll
well,
accept your honesty.
I don't know. I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
He's not hard. Like he's got a simple game plan, but you've got to it I think it takes more bracket like wait, no, that's not the right wording. I think you've got to be more patient than almost every other character, even in your kill moves. Like whereas Sonic is going to be super patient for timing out, Pac-Man's going to be patient in both like camping and killing and everything else. And then you've got to know a lot of like you've got to know the game well to play Pac-Man, I think,
Mhm.
because um or not know the game. Well, you can play Pac-Man without knowing the game and get like kind of far, but realistically,
If you want to be
you've
like
got
a
to know a
good
lot of like.
player, like, do you think he's hard? Like, if you want to be like
Sorry.
if you want to be like a top player, do you think he's hard? But like people who know the matchup as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
I think he's hard, especially in Australia or Victoria with the character roster. But
Yep.
I think he does bad into a lot of the top tiers. So I guess that makes him. It's not hard, but he's just not. Hmm, he's not as easy as most of the other characters you have to play against generally.
Yeah. That makes
Even if that
perfect
means
sense.
because Ultimate's an easy game, that's like the thing. So even if he's not even if he's not hard, he's still harder than every other or a lot of other characters
That's
because
true. Yeah.
everyone's easy.
Yeah, that's totally right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last thing, like this thing's more recent, but people are like, he's actually a Kazuya main. He's the Pac-Man. He's a Pac-Man pocket. Like what? Do you think? I mean, I think it's. I mean, it's obviously it's said in jest, right? Because like, there's
It's
no
somewhat
way a
true.
pocket Pac-Man's gonna beat J Dizzle and Shrix like over and over again. But I mean, like, do you have anything to say? Like, is there any truth to this, or is it just like meme god being salty?
I'm completely a Pac-Man man. I don't even play Kazuya.
That's just right.
If you look at Phantom, look how I got to grand finals. It was just completely Pac-Man.
Yeah,
I don't even play Kazuya. I got to top 8 with Pac-Man. All the sets I went with Kazuya, completely free of Pac-Man. What can I say?
yeah,
No, I'm kidding.
yeah,
But I'm kidding. Like I am a Kazuya, more Kazuya than Pac-Man. You've just got to admit that.
yeah,
But realistically, if I was in a region that like had an even spread of good Pac-Man and good Kazuya matchups, I would like it would be a co-main. But unfortunately, Kazuya lends himself more to Victoria than Pac-Man. Even if I do prefer playing Pac-Man way more in bracket.
yeah,
Or like I had like a thing I was talking to Zav about like 2 years ago at this point where it's like winning with Pac-Man I'm super happy, losing with Pac-Man I'm super sad. Where winning with Kazuya I'm just slightly happy and losing with Kazuya I'm still sad, but like less sad than Pac-Man.
okay,
So I guess that kind of explains it. Um, yeah, that's pretty much what I could say.
yeah. All right. So we'll wrap up the part one with
Okay, yeah.
the basically the last notable event of 2023 for you, which is Pixel Arcadian.
Yeah.
This would be the last Arcadian you'd be allowed to attend, and pretty much everyone knew that. So I believe you are second seed at this event, right?
I am, yeah.
Yes. It's so quite. It's the storyline's pretty perfect, right? Scobo first seed, Zac second seed. But from what I remember from this event, right, is that at this point you were beating Scobo pretty consistently, I believe. Like
Think? Yeah.
you've beaten him the last couple of sets, I believe. At
Yeah, I
this
think
point,
so.
yeah, it's like obviously at the start, right, extremely his favor, and
Yeah.
now it's like it's bounced back. Now it's like you won like the last 3 or 4, maybe in 5 sets.
Mm.
You're definitely winning more than he was beating you. So I'm like, well, I think Zac's gonna win because like you guys beat everyone below you guys. I believe Scobo was maybe a little bit more consistent versus like the
Yeah.
people below you. You'd lose to some people occasionally like below you, but I'm like, well, you guys are probably going to meet up in winners finals and then grand finals, and then you're going to win. So that's like, all right, you're probably going to win. Did you have the same thoughts?
I thought I was gonna win. Yeah,
Yes.
I'll be
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
Even that, like I thought I was gonna win, but it was close. What we ended up, me and Jimmy just both ended up getting upset. It was, as you said, I was always the one with higher peaks, and Jimmy was the one with more consistency.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I was kind of tilted at that event because in preparation, like some of the PR players did like a group VC thing with people who to prepare for people who are the high seeds,
Mm-hmm.
but they put way more emphasis on beating me than beating Jimmy. So I was kind of tilted at that, and then with that, Isaiah was in that call,
Yeah.
and then Isaiah ends up reverse throwing me. I hadn't prepared for Isaiah at all because, like I said before, this was the time where I had won like 5 consecutive sets without dropping a game. So I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
I go up 2-0. I'm like, oh, it's another one of those sets. And then I got lazy and lost. So
Yeah.
yeah, unlucky. Pac-Man sucked. I back at him at 140 or something and he didn't die at the ledge. I remember B was like to me after that, yeah, Zach's real. If my back air didn't kill at 140, I would blow up the whole venue. So that was funny. After that, what else happened? I got my first ever set win on Wash.
Oh yeah.
Even if it was way after he stopped playing the game. Um, what else? I don't remember too much from the event, honestly.
Yeah. I
I
mean
lost
that might have
to
that
who at the end.
that might have because it was easy call between winners quarters, right?
Yeah.
So you would have only played Wash, and then you just go straight to playing Scobo.
Oh yeah. Okay, I've got in the bracket up on the side.
Yeah.
Once I made our pools, I beat Skinny Pat,
Yep.
lose to Isaiah, beat Wash, and then just get freed by Jimmy.
Yeah.
I don't even remember playing Jimmy at that event, honestly.
Yeah, no,
But
I remember that because
um,
I was like, oh well, Scobo's just gonna get seventh now after he's tired and he's run into like the only person that can beat him probably
yeah.
in this event.
But
But
he
then
was on a freak season or a freak
freak
tournament.
run, yeah, obviously it was a freak run. But
Yeah.
like, I mean, did the easy call loss just tilt you out of the tournament as well?
Um, I wasn't like, well, I was obviously like annoyed, but I wasn't like tilted out of my mind where I couldn't play my next set. I think I just fizzled out afterwards.
Yeah,
Which I guess sometimes happens to me, but yeah, I don't think like it was my fault. Like I can say that much. It wasn't I underprepared, so I can only really blame myself.
yeah,
And even though I did badly, okay, I think I still got ranked HMs that season.
that's true.
So it was like whatever, I guess.
Yeah,
I obviously wasn't like happy about it, but it wasn't too bad.
yeah. I mean, you're probably gonna PR'd if you won this one. Like,
If I won, definitely,
yeah.
but
I do
um
remember that. Because like,
I wasn't super expecting to
did
win.
did
So
you did you? But like before this event, did you? Besides Scobo, was there anyone that like you thought that could beat you?
who would have even been the top seeds at the time?
I mean, Mothcoat's won.
Um
I don't remember who third and fourth. I don't know if he was third seed, but like,
I don't remember. Like I didn't like I thought I was gonna
P9.
win, but I didn't have super high expectations. I wasn't worried about P9 at all
Yeah,
because I like other than Bam, I hadn't lost to him at all.
yeah,
Um Wookens would have been a high seed, I think.
yeah,
I still have never lost to Wookens, so I wasn't worried about him. Who else would have been high seed? Beefy was like on the come up, I think, at that point. Was
yeah.
he? Yeah,
I think so. I mean, like, there's people like. I mean, I remember like people like Nerpner did well, Princess, Ignis.
yeah. They wouldn't have
Um,
been high seeds. So I wouldn't have. I don't normally
yeah,
focus too much on people who aren't the high seeds, so I don't think I would have had any
yeah.
expectations going into
It
them.
was basically just Scobo, Mothcoats, maybe Leo MCI. I don't know if he scared you.
Uh, I don't think so. I
Yeah,
don't really. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
yeah, okay. So just weren't able to perform at this event.
Yeah.
But do you feel like you? Because to me, like the kind of the difference between you and Scobo at this point, right? Because you still haven't PR at this point. He's still kind of ahead of you. Is like I
Yeah.
feel like his mental composure is better.
Oh,
I'll just be
absolutely.
honest,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. No.
Like
No. Absolutely.
yeah. So but there's obviously it must have been a flipping point somewhere. Do you feel like there was a point where you started to prioritize your like your mental like in tournaments or like just outside the game or
Um.
inside the game like or was it just like a pure level up of skill when you like got your huge leap like
Um. I know after I lost to Isaiah because the main thing that like the PR how the PR players like were teaching how to beat me. One of the things they went over I remember was the counterplay against Bell. So I remember I've got a channel, like I've got my own just me Discord server,
yep
like for not for like really anything, honestly. It's just like to make stupid like images with bots or
mm-hmm.
whatever. And then I've got like a few channels for notes. Like I've got a very long wall of snake notes. I've got quite a long thing of Greninja notes, but I don't use them anymore. Um, and then I made a channel for how to deal with like shield counterplay, stuff like that. But mental wise, I don't know. I never like. Hmm.
Did
I've
you
only
just grow up
recently
before
started
something
like focus because I'm normally like if I win I'm happy if I lose I'm annoyed. That's
mm.
kind of just it. Um,
Which is normal,
so
but like like I suppose like keeping composures like after losses, like like did you I mean did you feel like you maybe just grew up or like or or are you just so good that you don't you don't lose very often, so you don't it doesn't come out in you very often, or do you just accept like losses just better now these days?
I've only recently started focusing on like not being as tilted after losses because um there wasn't really a reason. I just realized I was complaining too much after losing.
Hmm.
But I know Jimmy says the only reason you're not a molder anymore is because you win, so you don't have to mold. But
Yeah.
when I have recently lost, I haven't been like I think I've been chill with
I
it.
mean, yeah, you've lost like some early
Like
sets at like
I've been
few
sad,
games.
but like
Yeah.
it's nothing like anything really. But back then, I don't think I put very much focus on it. I just like got better, I guess, and that let me get further in brackets. So I was like, if I if I do good enough, it's like, yeah, whatever, I guess.
Okay.
Like, I don't think it was a super focus for me.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough. No, that that's fine. All right.
It's just like how I work, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that comes to the end of 2023. So, like I said, we've already gone for an hour and 35 minutes. So, we'll cut this one in half right now. We're going to stop. Um, like it is 1 quarter past 1 in the morning. So, when we come back, I'll probably publish this video. We'll see. We'll see. I'll publish this video first, but I don't know when we'll publish the next video after that. But
okay,
we'll see the response. All right. So yeah, we'll stop the interview there. So uh, thanks for coming on,
yeah,
Zach. I'll see you again soon. Obviously to record the next
yeah,
part. We'll jump back. We'll jump into Super Duper Sunshine as the first topic of the next one, and then we'll bring up to till today, I suppose. But yeah, all right. I'll get you to say your shout outs and all that in the next video.
yeah. Okay, cool.
All right. All right. So,
Shout the churn. That's my early one.
all right. That's fair enough. Yeah. Shout out to Nichiren. All right. All right. Bye for now,
Alright,
guys.
bye bye.
Bye. All right.
Thank you.
I'll stop recording.